Oh, hello. For those that don't know, I'm Davielle, and if you do know my name and who I am, I'm grateful that you're here or back, right? I have been thinking about YouTube and content, and I always claim that I'm stumped and I'm not sure what to talk about because I don't know, I get like that. My life gets very busy. If you don't know my life, a lot goes down. However, I just want to talk about something that's so real and raw and needs to be talked about more. And if it is talked about more, I'm going to talk about it some more. Okay. I am at an age where I assumed and thought that my life would be so figured out, everything would be to a T. I'm talking, you know, just married, have the home, have the job, right? In corporate America, doing what I need to do, feeling fulfilled, feeling happy, proud, all that, right? And it's just this fulfillment that I expected from a lifestyle that I was taught this is how it works, right? And as time went on and as I started to choose different for myself, I realized that that dream needed to change because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know that there was trauma leading my life, which we'll talk about that, right? Because trauma can do more than just, oh my gosh, let's talk about it and let's vent about it. It's, oh, it affected me in this way and I didn't even know it affected me. And the way that I react to this thing till this day is because of that trauma. And the thing I'm reacting to is not connected to the trauma. So why on earth, right? So we'll get into that, right? But let's start here first, right? I just went a different route because I wasn't fulfilled anymore and I didn't feel like I aligned with the dream that was handed to me. Honestly, go to college, do what you need to do. Come on, let's get on it. Buy that house. Come on, save your money. And so if you know my content, you know that I've gone rogue and I've switched up my goals and all of that. And I now live such a different life to the point where I'll tell y'all straight up, right? Someone came up to me and asked me, what do you do? And I told them I live day by day. I live day by day and I go about life in a very intuitive way. I move with my intuition now because when I wasn't moving with my intuition, I felt it deeply in my core. I was actually going against my intuition more often than not. And so there came a point where I had to own it because I tried to get the title of I'm an astrologer or, I'm a this, I'm a that. There's dreams that I have, right? And I still have it, but every day is every day, right? Today I might be a restful Davielle, okay? So now I'm sleeping and I'm relaxing, I'm recuperating. Today, tomorrow, right? I might be spiritual Davielle where I'm just meditating all day. I'm not even worried about money. I'm not worried about any of that stuff, right? And then the next day I'm working on another dream. I love gardening. I love so much. And I used to put myself in a box because I felt like, hey, look, someone's about to come up to you and ask you what you do. You need to have your title on lock. You need to tell them exactly who you are, what you do, stand up tall, stand up straight. Absolutely not. I have now accepted that I live day by day intuitively. God pays me. And I know it sounds like, what are you talking about, girl? God pays you. Yes, God pays me. And I'm okay with that. Some days I have more than others. Some days I'm really clear on what I gotta do. Other days I'm like, what on earth is happening, right? And that's real. Even when I had a job, I felt like that. Some days I had to pay a bigger bill and spend more money, so I actually had to wait for that next paycheck. So for a little while, I didn't have much coming in, right? Until I had to wait for that day and I was just on paycheck to paycheck. And so now with this life, I'm actually listening to my soul and what she needs. And there's so many benefits to that. And there's also challenges and struggles. And I'm okay with that because I also went through challenges and struggles going about life how everyone else told me to go about life, right? And so I'm owning it and it's different, having people come up to you and be like, I think the person that talked to me, he was a financial advisor or something like that, or analyst. I don't know, one of those. And he sounded excited about what he did. When I told him what I did, he was just like, oh, so what does that entail? I was just like, day by day. I figure it out. And don't get me wrong, I have big goals, right? It just may not look like how other people may assume it should look like. I don't even want to go under the entrepreneur definition, because even entrepreneur, you're supposed to have many businesses and all that. And it's like, maybe I have a business, maybe I don't. Maybe today I don't, but then tomorrow I will, like I want to be free, and I want to release the stress and the burden that having a title and knowing what I need to do every single day had on my heart. Because there were times where I would have to get up and go to work. I had really great jobs, and I left all of them. And I just felt like my body, my soul, my mind was just like, this is no longer fulfilling. This is no longer aligning with you. And I just feel more free now. But it comes with its challenges, especially when you expected that you would be at a certain place right now. You would, or I would, have a certain life and be in a way that felt a little more cookie cutter. And so I say all this to say, if you relate to me, please understand that I see you. And we are in a whole new day and age right now where people are doing their own thing, but even social media has become a job, Oh, you have to post this many times a day to this, that, and the third. It's the same shit. It's the same thing as what you were doing before. Yes, there's more freedom, but there's still this expectation. And when you don't perform, it's stressful. Oh my God, that's why even with YouTube, I take it easy because I'm not going to let society and life bully me. I already feel bullied when I do follow the rules. So what the fuck? I gotta do it on my time. I gotta be my own boss. I gotta do what aligns with me daily, because that is how I feel the most fulfilled. And I just think a lot of people are going through this, especially when you choose the spiritual route and you choose the route of like, look, God, guide me, lead me, I release control. Man, that comes with hits. That comes with your car being repoed like me. That comes with, being homeless for a little while. That comes with sleeping on the beach for days and days and days, feeling cold, feeling this, feeling that. And then it also comes with clarity of mind. It comes with your body feeling the healthiest it's ever felt. It comes with just aligning yourself with so many beautiful spiritual things that you didn't know you even could tap into. And I just feel so different. I feel so free. I feel so like connected. And then there are days I feel sad. I feel lost. I feel like, whoa, God, what am I supposed to be doing? I just moved a little to some kids and stuff, so I let them have their fun. But yeah, and they're saying stay off the grass, but this is God's grass. You see what I mean? Like all these rules. Why can't I stay on the grass? I want to sit my ass on the grass. And they're telling me I can't. I'm going to sit my ass on the grass. I'm going to sit my ass on the grass. Okay, because I want to connect to Mama Gaia. You don't want me to connect, but I'm finna connect. I'm going to sit. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things. I just followed rules to a T for so long. And it just didn't help my situation. Like, what do you mean don't sit on the grass? I'm gonna sit my ass on this grass. I'm gonna enjoy, because I have the right, like, I understand you if you are in a place of like, what the fuck am I gonna do next? Because a lot of times, if you think about it, even when things were perfect in your head, right, there were still other things happening. We are meant to figure life out. We are meant to go through these challenges so that we can understand us, not so that we can show off and so that we can show the world that we got it figured out. No, it's not about that. Even when I was doing that, okay, I announced to the world, oh, I got a new car and it was great. And it got repoed. Okay, because shit happens. And so it's just not about the approval of others. It's not about what others think and what others want for us. It's about what fulfills us and what makes us feel whole. And if you're still figuring that out, I get that. But at least start with the small things. Like for me, sitting on the motherfucking grass, okay? And connecting to Mama Gaia, connecting the spirit of earth, right? Spirit of air, breathing in a few times, taking a moment, literally asking myself, closing my eyes and be like, what aligns with me today? What am I meant to do? Who am I meant to be today? And then walking that path. That fulfills me more than anything else has ever. And I mean that. I'm telling you, I hit all my goals. Even when I was in college, I was like, I want to work in downtown Boston and have a great job that pays me so well and takes care of me and it's fun. I got exactly that. I worked in a job where every Friday we drank, we enjoyed every outing, that we were on boats. Okay, they were taking care of me. I got to work from home for a while, for a few days a week or 2, 3 days, whatever. They were so flexible, and I still didn't feel fulfilled. It's not because I was ungrateful, okay? It's not because, oh my gosh, I didn't understand the worth of the job. No, it's just this soul understanding. You can't fucking explain it. And those are the people, if you're watching this and you understand it, your soul don't play with you. You can follow all the rules that society tells you, and your soul will be like, nope, try again. Nope, try again. You're going to still cry every day. You're still going to feel miserable. You're still going to look ungrateful to the outside world because this doesn't align with you anymore. It's time to move on. And that's, anymore is key. A lot of times we overstay our welcome. And I've stopped doing that. If something doesn't align with me anymore, call it quitting, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm out. If I have to come back and return better than ever, fine, I'll do that. But I'm out if it doesn't align with me, because I'm done with that life, right? And I think a lot of us are in that situation right now. And I feel for you. I'm hugging you deeply because I get it. I've had days where I'm sobbing, crying because this is not the life that I planned out. And I promise you, I planned my life out. I promise you, I manifested a lot and got it. And I was like, was I manifesting the right things? Did I even know who I was? And a lot of times we're not understanding who we are because we're moving off of trauma. We're moving off of so-and-so said that I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, so I need to prove that. And we don't even realize that we're proving that. We could lie to ourselves and say, no, there's no proving. Sometimes there is. And if you hear wind, you know, it's life. Look, I'm outside. But yeah, like a lot of times we're trying to become this person to make so-and-so proud, to do this, that, and the third. And it's a subconscious thing because it's been ingrained in us since a kid. And I had to break through that. I had to be like, no, I'm moving for me now. There was a point where my family, when I was really close to them, they were telling me to go get my master's after getting my bachelor's degree. And I was like, the fuck, what am I getting my master's for? I don't even know if what I got my degree in, because I got in communications, but I didn't know what I wanted to do really. And even the jobs I got, they were awesome, but I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not getting my master's just to say I got my master's. That's not something that fulfills me. It's not something that makes me happy. A lot of people, we get our degrees and then we're just like, so now what? Because it's just this fulfilled quota. And so please, and if you didn't get your degree, whatever the case may be, don't let anyone make you feel bad. Live your life for you. And that doesn't mean it's not going to come with challenges. Just like, remember, when you had the consistency and all of that, there still was challenges. There was still problems. There were still issues that you had to overcome, because that is what we signed up for in this lifetime. And I have to remind myself of that constantly, especially when I cry. I'm like, why does it have to be so hard? Why does it have to be so this? God does not give you anything that you can't handle. And it's the truth. A lot of things, take a moment, right? Process all the things that you cried about. You're like, why me? Oh my gosh. Did you or did you not overcome it? Yes, you might be in the middle of something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the past, right? A lot of things I did not think I was going to make it out of, I did. I overcame it, because that is how we understand our power. That is how we power and boss the fuck up. Because we're like, yo, I did that. Even the homeless journey, until this day, me and my sister be like, yo, we did that. Oh my gosh. And it's this power in us now. If we get threatened to get kicked out, to get this, to get that, we're like, I does this, let's go. There's a power in you when you go through challenges, when you go through struggles. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Please understand that whatever you're going through, you are powering the fuck up. You are learning yourself. You're getting to know your limits. You're getting to know how far you could actually go. Take it as a compliment. Also cry, feel. I believe in that. I cry like crazy, okay? I cry and I release because I have to. That is how I keep my mind right. You know, you gotta release, you gotta let go. But I understand that there's so much we're undoing. There's so much we're relearning and getting to know about ourselves. Give yourself that time. Give yourself that space. That's what I do daily. Even when I wake up sad, I wake up a little challenged. Like, what am I supposed to do? I buck up and I'm like, hold up. Let's go. I pray my ass off. I even use music to speak through to me. And what message you have for me, Divine Team? Let's go. What advice, what affirmation should I say to keep this momentum going? There's beautiful things happening for all of us. Do we see that? Right? There's one point that you complained about something and it got fixed. Know that it can happen again and again and again. That's what I'm doing. That's what's helping me. So I just felt compelled to talk about this because it's different when you live a life that feels foreign to the old you. You know what I mean? Like, even relationships, I thought it was gonna be a relationship, I was engaged, I thought I was about to be married, all that. It did not work out because I did not want to subject myself to a relationship that I wasn't happy in anymore. Just because, oh, my family this, he's paying for everything, he's so rich, he's that. No, it doesn't align with me. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And so now I'm walking around telling people, oh, I live day by day. What do? I do me. What do? I live my best life. You know what I mean? Like, that is my goal, not the cookie cutter picture perfect shit that I was trying to do before. And so if you relate in any way, I see you. And if you feel like you're heading down this path, I see you too, because it's not easy, it's not fun. But there's some fun parts if you see it that way. If you believe that this journey is meant for you, meaning, you know, you don't want to stay stuck, you don't want to just keep doing the same things, and you're ready for a challenge and to do things differently, it's not gonna be easy. Never gonna tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you it's worth it. You're gonna get to know yourself. You're gonna get to know your power, your strength. You're gonna get to know your emotions. And if you're already in this, I see you. We're right here, right? So yeah, just understand that this shit ain't easy, but it's worth it because of the fact that you just get to challenge your mind in a different way, especially if you grew up like me, just feeling like life had to look a certain way, especially with the people around you, making sure that people approve of you. Now I require more, even for family and friends and all that. I require more. I don't just tolerate just anything. And that's with the journey. That's with me taking leaps of faith. That's with me getting to know me. I now have boundaries. I now have trauma that I could speak about openly because I'm not hiding. I'm not shy. And this shit will teach you, it'll get you like, I almost said it in Creole, but like, it'll get you like, it'll get you strong, like, get a backbone that you didn't even know you had. And it's powerful. It's amazing, but ooh, it comes with its challenges. So today I'm on the more positive end of this journey because I chose it. I'm just like, look, I'm not about to sulk and be like, oh my God, what is it? I'm going to look at the positive. I'm going to run with it because I am allowed to live life unorthodox, in an unorthodox way. And I had to like really convince myself of this. And it took a little time, but I'm here now and it's a blessing. So stay the course. You know, there's a lot happening in this world, and spirituality, healing, all of that is really at the forefront. It's going to become even more at the forefront, and letting things out. And it's going to make you make decisions and do things you never thought. If you're on this side of the world, if you're on the, you know, other side where you're like, I'm not changing, I'm good where I'm at. Well, that's fine. Look, that's fine. Do your thing. But for those of us that are like, look, I need to make a change, and this change feels scary. It's scary. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for you. I promise you. It's worth it. Your soul needs this. Your soul is craving for a switch up because it's time. It's just simply time. So this is actually a good reminder for myself. You know, sometimes you just have to remind yourself why you do the things that you do and why you're defying certain odds, and certain odds you don't even know about because I'm not telling y'all yet, right? But man, huge new beginnings in my life, huge shifts, huge aha moments, and I just didn't see it coming. And that's what life has in common. It's just, you won't see it coming even when you plan it to a T. And so that's what's helped me become so flexible in all of this. And so I'm sending you so much love if you relate in any way, because wow, what a whirlwind. Especially when you're a spiritual person that's living by your divine team and believing that your divine team is guiding you. Whoo! But it's so riveting at the same damn time. So yeah, but that's all I had to say, to be honest. I miss y'all, so I wanted to pop on and say hello. But yeah, if you have any comments or anything, let me know. If you want to subscribe, you do your thing. I would love to have you here, and if not, that's okay. You have the right. Look, but you're here right now, and I'm so grateful. Okay, well, until next time, okay, I am Davielle once again, and I will see you when I see you. I'll try to post more, I think, or not. You know what I mean? Who knows? I might be a YouTuber today and tomorrow switch it up. I don't know. We'll see. All right, y'all. Bye.